Good day. My name is Vincent Chidindo Asogwa from University of Eswatini. We are here for a lecture on a title, Differences Between Teachers, Educator, Facilitator, Instructor, and Lecturer. In this, we are going to look at the concept of teacher, educator, facilitator, instructor, and lecturer. And we are going to see the differences between the above concepts. You could ask, what is our concern in trying to distinguish these concepts? You bear us witness that the advent of technologies in the 21st century has influenced the perception of virtually every concept in the education industry, including teachers, her qualities and responsibilities. Today, many scholars, including teachers, most often use educators, facilitators, instructors, and lecturers interchangeably with teachers when referring to professionals in the teaching sector. This raises a serious concern about what currently and exactly constitutes a teacher in the sphere of education and technological era, knowing fully well the impact of nomenclature or naming on human psychology. Hence, the need for this clarification to avert the impending danger of such misconceptions on the teacher's psychology and quality of teaching and learning globally, and most importantly, compromising the professionalism of teaching profession. Then who is a teacher? Generally, a teacher refers to a person who helps others to learn, including our parents. Formally, a teacher is a person who has received technical and pedagogical training in each subject, in a particular subject, and is certified or licensed and charged with the duties of engaging and catering to the needs, experiences, and feelings of learners in a formal school context. Asogwa et al. 2023. A teacher entails that the person must be, one, trained in a teacher preparatory program, two, must be licensed or certified, three, employed in a formal school setting like a classroom. Four, engage in teaching responsibilities to students, and five, uses an approved curriculum in attending to the students. A teacher does not only lecture, instruct, or facilitate learning in this digital era, but also creates conducive classroom and demonstrates knowledge, skills, and attitude to students to enable them, one, understand, two, practice, and three, become relevant in the society. Who is an educator? An educator is broadly used to mean a professional in the field of education, such as a teacher, principal, administrator, lecturer, or professors involved in the theory and practice of teaching and learning. It includes pre-service teachers, in-service teachers, nursing educators, trainers, and instructional designers. An educator is trained and certified in teaching and learning methodologies and theories, but may not be in practice like a teacher. Even though the person gained all the knowledge in the technical and pedagogical area, the methods of teaching, the person may not be in practice, may not be in the classroom, it might be employed somewhere. It might be applied in the Ministry of Education, it might be employed as a curriculum designer, or in one way or the other that involves activities or practices in teaching and learning. On the other hand, educators concentrate or actively work more to modify and enhance teaching theory and practices in light of research, as well as their own ongoing learning and reflection than teaching in the classroom. All teachers are educators, but not all educators are teachers. Who is a facilitator? A facilitator is a person who helps a group of people to work together better, understand their common objectives, and plan how to achieve these objectives. They provide a framework for the iterative development of coherent representation of the problem and support group work. Facilitators maintain a natural approach to topics and issues and serve the whole group in an unbiased manner. Facilitators, as the name implies, facilitates learning rather than teaching, rather than motivating, and rather than inspiring students to learn. They focus on student-centered environment. They are attentive to students' needs and assist students in achieving self-actualization. Facilitators are neither professionally trained teachers nor licensed to teach. Who is an instructor? This is also a lecturer at a college or university, ranking lower than a professor. An instructor is responsible for teaching students in a particular subject area. He or she demonstrates a specific methodology, function, or specific skill. And they focus more on practical skills, that is psychomotor domain, than academic concepts. So they are more interested on equipping students with practical skills, with the skills that they will use on doing things. That is, they concentrate more on how, rather than on what, and rather than on why. Instructors may serve on academic and administrative committees that review policies and supervise graduate students' theses, but they lack training in teacher preparation, as well as license to teach. Who is a lecturer? A lecturer, also known as an academic, is a hired teacher or untrained person at a college, polytechnic, or university who facilitates teaching or learning formally for knowledge acquisition. Lecturers typically, one, hold a master's or PhD degree, which shows high training in their subject area. In most cases, when people refer to lecturer, they are showing high level of training in their specific area, not in the methodology. Lecturers also teach students in tertiary institutions. They conduct research and publish scholarly works and occupy academic or administrative positions and committees. Lecturer is an academic rank given in colleges and universities. There are also titles to professional speakers or lecturers, like President Bill Clinton. So lecturer does not actually show that that person has any teacher preparatory training. All higher education teachers are lecturers, but not all lecturers are teachers. In other words, lecturers in higher education may or may not have any educational training or license to teach. That is, all lecturers are pedagogically, all lecturers are pedagogically, all teachers are pedagogically trained and licensed, but not all lecturers are trained and licensed to teach in higher institutions. Now, let's look at the differences between them. In terms of the area, let's start first with the program. Teachers have double major. They are trained on the technical area and they are also trained on the pedagogical area. That's why we call it double major. The same thing to educators, but facilitators are trained in their technical areas alone. So also the instructor and the lecturer. They are single major. In terms of pedagogical knowledge, the teacher and the educators have it, but the facilitators, instructors, and lecturers have none of the pedagogical knowledge. Who are the clients? The clienteles for teachers are the students. The educators are theories, policies, and practices. They are interested in files. The facilitators, their clienteles are the learners and the participants. So anytime we talk of facilitation, we're talking of the participants. Instructors are the students or the trainees, while lecturers have their students. In terms of the environment where they work, teachers work in classroom, fields, and workshop. Educators work in the office. Facilitators are usually in the conference room. Instructors in the field or workshop, while lecturers are in the classroom or conference rooms. The services they render: teachers teach, motivate, and inspire students. The educators have no contact with the students. The facilitators inspire the learners. The instructor teach and direct these learners, while the lecturers teach students. Teaching approaches that are used by teachers are usually teacher-centered and student-centered. Teachers combine them. Educator has no direct contact with the students. Facilitators use student-centered. Instructors use teacher-centered. Lecturers use teacher-centered approach. Lastly, on the method of teaching, teaching methods used by the teachers are all. They combine all the teaching methods that they know. Educators have no contact with the students. Facilitators use lecture method to facilitate. Instructors use lecture method and demonstration, while lecturers use lecture method to convey their knowledge to the students. Now, on the conclusion, we have it that educators, facilitators, instructors, and lecturers are not synonymous with teachers, since they do not have any form of teacher preparation or training, which is one of the major features of teaching profession. Besides, there is no known university in the world today that produces educators, lecturers, Rather, they produce and facilitate licensing teachers who include educators and lecturers. Teachers may be professional educators, facilitators, instructors, and lecturers, but none of these can become a professional teacher through classroom experience. Nemo dat quod non habet. What you do not have, you cannot give it out. Teachers can professionally develop, interpret, implement, and or evaluate curriculum and learning appropriately, whereas others cannot, except educators. Therefore, in this century, in this technological era, teachers' concepts, qualities, and responsibilities have not changed, but they only expanded to include educating students, facilitating, instructing, and lecturing due to the educational technological innovations. Thank you. This is our bibliography, and God bless you.